Hello, I'm Jessica. Thank you so much for joining me today for this seated yoga stretch. Today we are going to be focusing on relieving tension and tightness from the back, low back, hips, and sciatica area. The only thing that you need for this seated yoga flow is your chair. Everything today will be completely seated. If you happen to have a yoga block or a strap that you like to use in your practice, you can definitely bring those in today as well. Once you get everything set up, we'll be ready to flow. Let's get started right now. Great job here. Go ahead and get those hips in a place that feels comfortable in the chair, where you feel supported and sturdy through your sitting area, as well as a really strong foundation through those feet. So I want you to feel connected to the floor here. Go ahead and take a good deep breath in. I don't want you to grow really tall. I just want you to exhale and soften forward. Not all the way just yet. As you do that, tuck the pelvis forward and arch that back towards the back of your chair. Inhale to roll yourself up. And same thing here. Exhale, come down about halfway. Tuck the pelvis forward. Arch your back towards the back of the chair. Drop the chin just a little bit. And then bring it back up. We're going to take this small movement through the spine and hold it here on this last one just a little bit longer. So exhale here. Pull those core muscles in. Tuck and scoop the pelvis up and under, tilting the hips forward. Tuck the chin, make sure the shoulders are out of the ears, and you can bring yourself forward to rest on the forearms here. Since we're going to be here for a couple of breaths, this is a great time to tell you if you are experiencing pain or discomfort through your low back, hips, or sciatica area, I really want you to proceed with caution. Anything today that is powerful enough to help is also powerful enough to hurt. And as much as I love having you guys watch and do these workouts with me, your health and safety definitely comes first. So if you are feeling pain through any of the moves through your low back, I really want you to evaluate if maybe just resting through the whole body might be a safer bet today. If your back pain is continuing, you may want to check in with your physician. But if you're good to go here today and the tension and tightness is mild and it's just more about opening up those muscles, this will be a good fit for you. Roll it on up. Let's go ahead here and exhale. Bend ourselves with that same scooping forward over to the right. We're starting really small and really easy here, right away into this low back. Anything today that does not feel good in your body, you can definitely modify, substitute something else in, or skip it completely. Inhale, slide that back up. And let's exhale, go off here to the left. I know this is a really slow start for our seated yoga here today. Do not give up on me just yet. I promise we will get into some really great deeper poses and deeper stretches. But the low back, the hips, it is such a complicated structure. It can also be very fussy. I really want to make sure that it gets a nice warning that we will be working in those areas today. And I really want you to have time to evaluate if this is going to feel good in your body. All right, let's go ahead and go into a deeper forward fold here. You can definitely scoot those hips back, come to the balls of the feet, or feel free to step on a yoga block. Inhale, grow the spine up nice and tall, tuck those hips forward, and start connecting the tummy and the chest down to the tops of the thighs. If you are prone to dizziness or lightheadedness, or if you have low blood pressure, you may want to keep the head above the heart. And you can rest on the forearms here and just come into a bigger tuck, whatever is best in your body. Great job here. Inhale, roll that up. Let's step those feet a little bit wider if you need to scoot forward to feel a good connection of the feet into the floor. That is okay. Knees over the ankles. Good deep breath in. Exhale, roll it around here to the front. Really scoop the core muscles back. We're just making slow spine circles here off to the right side of the chair. Great job here. No fast, sudden, sharp movements here today. Everything is really about relaxing and relieving tightness in the body. We're definitely going to listen to what our muscles and our body wants to tell us today. Slow and easy. Today is not about pushing or being forceful. It's about respecting the body, giving it what it needs, and being patient with it. Go ahead, swing that back around to the front. And let's go ahead here, make those circles off to the left. You'll notice that on this forward lean, I'm not bringing myself really far open like we would in traditional spinal circles. I'm keeping a nice arch through my back. I'm staying tucked forward in my hips and pelvis. Great job here, really drawing that tailbone down and forward. If you need a little bit of a cue to connect with, like a puppy tucking its tail. Great job here. Take one more, just like this. Fingertips are okay if it does start to get sensitive through the wrists. Let's go side to side here, arching ourselves towards the back of the chair and extending forward just a touch here. We are exploring movements through all ranges of motion, forward and back, side to side, as well as some transverse, some twisting movements. So you should have a really good sense of what feels good in this body here today and what might not be the best fit. Scoot those hips on forward, lean yourself back. If you have a cushion or a yoga bolster, that's a great place to put that here. Send those feet just a little bit long here. Inhale, we'll start here with the left leg. Arch it up and drop that down. March the right leg up. Same thing here. Drop it down. Keep scooping those hips forward, like I said. Dog tucking its tail. Great job here. Do not pull hard. This is not about increasing flexibility. It's about returning the muscles to their normal length. Very good here. Last one on this right side. And then we are going to take this left leg, bring it on up. I definitely prefer to grab underneath the leg. This is a great place for a strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, a towel works better. Grabbing from the front really pulls a lot of pressure into the knee. If you don't have sensitive knees, you don't want to create them. Very good. Now, we're going to tuck this heel all the way under. See if we can guide that knee out towards the left side just a touch, and then roll those toes up and out towards the left side as well. Might as well get a nice little ankle stretch in here. Extend it out as you draw that knee back forward, stretching through the back of the leg, and then shift that left leg over towards the right, supporting with this hand, feeling a stretch run through the back of the leg. Bend in the knee is okay if full extension is uncomfortable for you here. Ankle circles if you would just like to fill in some time. Very good. Drop that one on back down. Slide that heel out. Flex those toes up. Lift and lower. Slide it back in. Same thing here. Flex the toes up. Lift. Lower the heel. Slide the foot back in, creating a nice pathway for those nerves to get all the way down towards the feet. Bring it back in. Let's go ahead over here to the right leg. Grab underneath that leg. Guide it on in. Great job here. Steady hold. Same thing here. Make sure those hips are rounding forward. You're staying tucked. Just relaxing here towards the back of the chair, resting on our seat backs. Good. Pull that heel in just a touch. Point those toes. Take that right leg out towards the right side and then flex those toes up. Turn them to the right as well. Little bonus stretch here for the ankle. Extend that leg as you bring it forward, giving it support, and then gently guide it over towards the left side. I caught myself dipping that left leg and tried to keep it with the knee over the ankle. Bending in the leg is okay. Using a strap here if you have a lower leg position that's more comfortable for you, that's okay here to really make this your own. Ankle circles here. If we're here, we might as well get the most out of it. Beautiful job. Flex those toes all the way up. Bring this leg and set that heel down gently. Slide that heel on out. Lift the leg. Pull those toes up just like a standing staff pose, except we are seated. Slide the heel back and extend it out. Toes curl all the way up. Lift and lower. Really using a lot of core strength here to avoid movement through the body. Wonderful job. Last one here. Bring it on in. Walk those toes on back, and as you gently peel yourself up, scoop those hips on back. Forward fold here. Nice and easy. Roll yourself back up. And let's go ahead, step those feet a little bit wider. We're going to drop this right hand. I'm going to take my left hand right here to the chair. It can also come to the thigh. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the back of this right arm to my thigh, and I'm just going to gently push to open my body here slightly to the left. Very good. Fingertips are okay if it starts to build a little tension in the wrist. Gaze can come down towards the floor if you feel sensitivity in the neck. Let's go ahead and gently guide that left leg out here. Nice inner thigh stretch. Roll it back in. Slide that right arm on up. And then same thing here. Dip this left hand down. You may feel the sides of the back kick in here. Nothing should be uncomfortable or painful. You may feel this stretch. You don't want to push real hard here. Listen to where the body wants to go. And if you sit there with a couple of breaths and you focus on breathing and on your exhales, relaxing, the body just might stop resisting, and you find that you can stretch just a little bit deeper there. Same thing here. Back of this left arm pushes against that left thigh, rolling the chest and the body up and open towards the ceiling or sky. And if tension builds in the neck, just take the gaze back down towards the floor. And then we will gently guide that right leg on open. Bring that back in. Roll ourselves up, nice and easy. Step the left leg in, right leg will gently come over the top of it. If you look down, it should look like a triangle, so front leg is pretty evened up. If you had the front of a yoga mat, it would be pretty parallel. You want to make sure that you are clear of the kneecap. We're going to take a modification here for a figure 4 stretch, or a lying figure 4 stretch. Obviously we're seated. It's gonna look exactly the same, except you're just in the chair. Take that good deep breath in. See if you can reach this right hand through the legs. Bring it on forward and then gently hug underneath that left leg. If that is not accessible to you, that is okay. Come over the top of both of them and give them a little hug here. Folding the head forward, keeping the chin tucked just a little bit. Left leg is working to help push into the floor. We're not forcing this leg anywhere. This is a great sciatic stretch. Great job here. We're gonna hold this for a couple of breaths. As you breathe here, I want you to inhale, imagine opening the body up, creating space, and then exhaling, really releasing tension anywhere in the body, even if it's the neck, shoulders, fingertips, and allowing yourself to soften into the space you just created. Your seated figure 4 could look a lot different than mine, as long as this feels good. You feel like you're accomplishing, creating space in the body, and ditching some of the stress. That's all we're here for today. Very good. Bring yourself back up, nice and slow. We are going to just gently create a bandha or a lock here. So the left hand is going to grab the shin of this right leg. Right leg is going to stay here. And we are going to take this right arm, nice good deep breath in, and exhale, reach it out and over. As you reach this arm forward, push that left foot into the floor. Keep the hips heavy in your chair. Head comes down neutral, so if you look, it's right in line, following the natural curve of my spine. So no kinks in here. Stretch it out, opening this big latissimus dorsi muscle here in the back. It comes all the way from the arm all the way down, and it connects into the low back and the hips, and it's very common for it to get tight. Very good. Now we're going to switch over to a different muscle. We're going to hold this pose and just bring this arm in to hold on over to the back of that left arm. You'll feel the stretch shift just a little bit out of here and more towards the middle right side of the back. Very good. If those right toes are going numb, mine are too. We'll get some blood flow back in there. Just a second. Ease it on up. Give that ankle a little wiggle here. Wiggle the toes. Set that on down. Shimmy side to side here. Normally, I say to lock up through the lower body and not to shift through the hips. Totally opposite here today. Send. As the left arm reaches forward, send that left leg and hip forward, and then pull it back. Watch the knees slide past each other as we move here. Getting some circulation back into that right foot before we put weight on it and ask it to keep us stable. Great job here. All right, shake them out a little bit. Test that right foot, make sure it's ready to keep you in your chair, and let's draw this left leg on up. Now, my mobility is very different between my right and my left side. I'm much tighter on this side. My knee doesn't come down nearly as far. It's coming up just a little bit. I'm feeling a little pressure in my knee. So I know I just need to be extra cautious here. If you're noticing a difference in your body, totally normal. We will work on evening them out in time. Same thing here. This front lower leg bone would be parallel to where the front of your yoga mat would be. Just make sure you're clear of the kneecap. Good deep breath in. Tuck those hips forward. See if you can reach through to hug the bottom and around that right leg. If that's not accessible for you, over the top is just fine. Right foot is gonna work to keep you in the chair. Stay heavy in those hips. Great job here. Same thing as the last time. Inhale. Stretch the body with the breath. Create some space. And then exhale. Let tension, stress, worries, whatever you are hanging onto physically go. It empties out of you with the breath. Sink into the space that you created. Before you know it, you might be fully immersed into a really deep hip opener here without even realizing. A little bit of self-meditation hypnosis can happen here. Good. Keep breathing and relaxing. And then we will gently ease ourselves back up from here. Now we're going to take that same back opener here, stretching this left arm out over to the right. Pull, head drops, reach that arm. Very good. Keep breathing, keep relaxing here. You have a lot going on between the hip stretch, the feet working to keep you stable, staying in the chair, stretching the back. Take this left hand over and just fold it gently over that right arm. Same thing here. Breathe, relax. And then gently bring that on back up. Beautiful job there. Slide that leg on back down. Watch those knees. And same thing here. As the right arm reaches forward, right knee and hip also shift forward. Pull that left back just a little bit. Take it there. You can definitely pedal through the feet to help ease yourself into this movement. Opening everything up. Great job here. Wiggle those arms. Quick check-in with the body. Make sure everything feels really good. Let's go ahead here. Sweep this right arm all the way up. Reach it over like you're gonna grab something, and then hold it in over that left shoulder really gently. It's okay if you don't quite make it. Bring it back down. Left arm reaching all the way over like you were gonna grab something on that right side, and then fold that arm in. Neck just follows with the body. Nice and easy here. Beautiful job. Take one more on each side here. Really working on some thoracic mobility here, being able to move and stretch through that middle back. Release that on down. Step those feet on wide. Send those hips all the way back as far as you can get them to the chair. Feet are going to need to be rooted really heavy here to make sure that you stay in the chair. Knees over the ankles. Good deep breath in. Exhale. Wide-legged forward fold here. I do like to come up to my toes. It helps me get just a little bit deeper of a stretch here. Great place for a yoga block. You can set the hands on the chair, on something in front of you, or rest the forearms onto the thighs. Head can stay above the heart if you tend to get a little dizzy here. Take this right arm, left hand is just going to tuck out of the way, and see if you can reach on over towards that left leg. Thigh is okay too. Just taking a nice little twist here. Keep that right leg out. Don't let it follow you. Bring it back through to the front. Move the right hand out of the way. Left hand over to the right leg. Beautiful job here. And back to the front. Bring it on up. Very good. Pedal out those feet here. And then let's go ahead, dip that right arm behind the right leg. And dip the left arm behind the left leg, giving a little bit of work to those obliques. Testing out the back here. Bring those feet back into the center. Same thing here, slide those hips forward. Draw this right leg back up. Great place for a strap if you would like to use that. Keep it a little bit lower than you would if we were coming into a deep stretch here. And we're just going to draw a few circles here, whichever direction comes naturally to you. And then we're going to go ahead and reverse those circles and take 3 into the opposite direction. You should not feel a huge stretch here. I want it to be light enough. It's just about creating movement of this big femur bone right where it hits into the sockets. We're just getting it moving in there, nice and gentle. Very good. Draw that left leg up. Same thing, lower than you would if we were coming into our full range of motion. Take those circles, guiding with the hands on out. And then reverse it other way for 3. And bring it on forward. Set that on down. Send those hips to the back. One more stretch on each side, and then we're going to go ahead and take a couple quiet moments for ourselves. You've definitely earned it. You can come to the ball of the foot on the left leg, or you can step it up with a yoga block if you need to. You can keep open space here. Left arm is going to grab right around this right leg, and then I want you to peel the body nice and tall, holding this leg in to the tummy, to the rib cage, and find a little bit of movement here. If you are on a hard surface chair, this can definitely become self-massaging into the sciatic area. If your pose is not as tightly tucked as mine, that is okay, as long as you feel a nice stretch through those outer sitting muscles and you are able to relax and you're not tightening up going into a pain response here. That's all we need. Good job here. Explore the movement. Go around, side to side, forward and back. Keep it small so you stay in the chair, but find out what feels good in your body. We all move different. We all have different sports, hobbies, interests, different injuries in the past, different movement patterns. So it's only natural to assume that we are all going to have differences in movements that feel good here, different areas of the muscle that need a little attention. Very good. Bring it on forward. Ease that right leg back down. Same thing here with the left. Bring it over. Right arm sweeps across. You can come into a deep bind, or you can loosen it up depending on what your body needs. And same thing here, explore through this hip. Very good. This movement should be soothing. I think we're all still a little bit of babies at heart. We like to be rocked and swayed and comforted. So tap into that feeling here. If it is so intense that the shoulders are flying up into the ears and the face is really tense, that's just a little bit too much for today. A little bit lighter than that. For today, less is more is the approach. Great job here. Find what feels good on this side. Just like every person can vary, the right and the left side of the body can vary within the same person as well. Great job here. When you are ready, go ahead and release that on back down. Take the hands here to the heart, just connecting with a space where we can feel a little bit of love, or at the very least, feel your own breath. Let yourself rest and relax. Feel supported by the back of your chair, the seat of your chair, the floor beneath you. The whole entire universe is here to support you. Take that good deep breath in. Exhale. Slow that breath. A few more just like that. On the next breath in, go ahead, grow this body nice and tall, and paying tribute to ourselves and to everyone else that has joined us. Let's go ahead, exhale here. Namaste. I am so glad that you joined me for this video. I'm honored that you chose to practice with me here today, but more importantly, I am so happy that you have done something to help your body feel amazing, get rid of stress and tightness. We do tend to carry things, and the things that we do not process emotionally or mentally do start to take a toll and carry weight in our bodies physically. So hopefully you were able to get some of that out of your body here today. This video will be here anytime that you need it. I have some really great other videos and workouts for relieving tension through the low back, sciatic area, and the hips. So if you need those, they are there for you. Make sure that you are subscribed so that they are easy to find. It's always free to click that button here at the bottom corner. Until our next workout, you guys keep taking good care of yourselves. Treat yourself with kindness. Love your body. I cannot wait for the next workout, but for today, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for watching.